Well, welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. Today we're doing the Vararam, am I saying that right? Vararam version 2B or something, I don't know. Intake on the C5 Z06. It's like the only part of the car I've had for 6 years I haven't touched is the intake. I think I have the SLP Blackwing, if I'm not mistaken. But I went with this guy, a little pricey, like $300-400 bucks or something. It's the only real forced induction, if you will. It'll make sense here when I show you too. Anyways, throw the intro, let's get into it. So today, we're gonna be doing an open box, an install, and a review of the Vararam intake. In case you don't know, the C5 intake, even the C6, is kind of weird where you have your throttle body, your intake that goes over your radiator, and it just kind of is fed warm air. It's kind of interesting. The power yields on this thing on the website's like 40 horsepower. I don't believe that. I've had my car 6 years. I will be able to tell right away if there's any difference, if you're gonna waste your money. Pretty light. Sounds like a lot of pieces in there. I'm going in blind. I do know we have to take the air tube off, the old one, the radiator shroud off the top of it, and work underneath in the vents. So I'm not sure if the screens on the Z06 have to come off. I have no idea. We're gonna find out together, like we always do. So, in any case, let's go over there somewhere. We'll do an open box, we'll inventory everything. I'll show you how to take everything apart you're gonna need to take apart, and we'll start putting stuff together. We're back in the car. Make sense? Cool, let's get to it. All right, team, let's see what we get here. As far as cold air intakes go, this one's kind of involved. Most cars, it's not this involved. It's kind of a tube or filter, and it could get your PCV valve or something. All right, well, there you go. It's already open there. Not much to take apart or take out, or unbox, I should say. Is there a filter? I don't even know if there's a filter in this damn thing. This, I imagine, feeds back to the throttle body. I think there's two pieces that meet this, I think. The plastic's fine, I guess. Cool. Oh, interesting. So it looks like a few of the fog light options. You can keep that. So you can see this okay. Plastic's kind of cheap, not gonna lie. Interesting how this is done. All right, so my first instinct is it's a little chintzy. All right, not gonna lie, but who knows? This thing might be amazing. Okay, the seams here, just epoxy together. Oh man, what did I get myself into? It might be fine, Mark. It might be okay. It might be fine. Yeah, so those three main pieces right there. And looks like it's a gasket for something, not sure. Coupler to your throttle body, imagine. Hose clamps, it's like large 6-inch hose clamps. Some more hardware. 2 nuts, 2 screws, a sticker, all worthwhile now, and some directions. Yeah, the VR-B2, that's what it's called. Gaskets for the lower ram tube are included in the parts kit. It is suggested that you assemble the lower ram tubes in your vehicle, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Man, this is kind of involved, geez Louise. So it looks like there's, holy cow. All right, so tools needed, we'll start there. Flathead screwdriver, basic mechanics, socket set, 6 to 10 millimeter, pliers, and a way to raise the front of your car. Cool. There's 19 steps. But it looks like it varies depending on if you have fog lights and what year your car is. So yeah, if you have a Z06, you gotta use different bolts, it looks like. All right, we'll get there when we get there. And a whole bunch of Xerox pictures where you can't really see shit. Ugh, geez Louise. Whew. All right, we'll get there. And then it should be a filter, right? Yep, there's All right, your basic cloth filter. Looks like it's a dry filter, not oiled. Looks all right. Cool. All right, I think we got everything. What we can do now is there's supposed to be a plug on here. I have the air system deleted. Did they not include a grommet? That would be my luck, you know. Well, it doesn't matter. I can block that off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't use the air system because I deleted it. All right, let's start taking things apart in the car. All right, over at the car, I'm gonna show you up from the top here what I'm gonna take off and do a time lapse. So it looks like the shroud here, this is your radiator underneath. It looks like 2 bolts on each side. We're gonna take this guy off, take off the throttle body, these 2 grommets, disconnect the MAF sensor right there with that clip. Then all this will come out, and then we'll go from there. All right, everything I believe you got to take off the top up here is done. Like I said, it was 2 bolts on both sides. It kind of comes right off. I did just disconnect the MAF sensor, and then this guy right there, I just unclipped it from this guy right here, and then down there's a little pigtail. There it is, right there. I just disconnected that. Just squeeze it, comes right off. I think this guy, we gotta get down below. You can see the screws right there coming through. See them? Gotta take all those guys out. And then I think we have access to everything. All right, well, as you can see, I was able to get everything out so far without lifting the car up, which is nice. So you're gonna have these 5 across the top here, right? You can get it right underneath. And then you're gonna have 2 ones on the side. You're gonna get them from the inside, because you're all 7mm. The only thing that tripped me up trying to get it out, I was like, why is this thing caught? There's a little Christmas tree over here, which I gotta get a new one. Blurred it all up. But it goes right there at the end when you're done. So I got a new push pin tomorrow, no big deal. Yeah, so let's see what we gotta do next. I think we just gotta start routing the new one. The Z06 is kind of unique. I forgot that this is actually the air intake right here for your wheels. This one in the Z06 is actually blank. So it actually might be easier. I think it's just a matter of undoing a couple bolts, sliding the intake in and bolting it back down, and routing up. I think so. I'll read the directions. So yeah, I'm gonna start routing that, and I'll tell you any hiccups I had. So I got one side in loosely, okay? Just want to see how this will work. And so far, I've been able to finagle this on the ground. I'm gonna go as far as I can until I gotta lift it up, but it's been okay. Anyways, long story short, the Z06, I can't talk to the coupe because I don't have a coupe, but you're gonna use these 2 holes right here and in a Z06. Let me see if I can show you guys this. It'd be kind of weird, but yeah, right there. See those 2 screws? And it's upside down, but those are blank in the Z06. And you use these 2 to screw it in and hold it in place. I got this side in just loosely, right? But it's in. Now it wants you to take the hardware that's already inside. See right there is a little screw right behind. There's 2 of them. And directions say, take those out and use those, is how I'm reading it for this. They're too short, or short, and I don't want to do that. And I have plenty of hardware. So I just use some screws. I'll show you what I made here. See, I'm just using like a deck screw. I have a bunch of these damn things, and it goes right in the plastic very easily. And with the washer on both of these, easy to put in. And again, maybe I'm lucky, but so far, this side was really easy to get in on the ground. So I'll get this side in, and then, then we got to start doing the top part. That'll be interesting. But so far, I'm not very impressed. I feel like this whole thing could be made so much better with one solid Y piece made out of some sort of malleable, stiff rubber. Something a little smoother. I get they gotta make it so it works with the fog lights too. I get that. But I feel like if someone's out there that's trying to make a product, this could be revamped to be so much easier. It's just, I feel like I'm pissing in the wind here. And the build quality doesn't, instill too much confidence. But I don't know, maybe this thing will be amazing. I don't know. Let me wait till the end to get my final verdict, but that's where we are. So I'm put this one in real quick. Just 2 screws that go about right here on the inside, kind of weird. And then don't tighten anything too tight yet. Leave all this kind of loose until you get the little bridge piece on. And then we can tighten everything up and then do the top. All right, I got both sides in there. I don't know if you can see it. This is kind of how it looks. I put this little piece right here in the middle. There's 2 extra bolts. It just kind of goes together right there with a 10mm behind it and tighten it up, no big deal. It's a little loose right here, right now, but I guess it'll fix itself once all the ducting and tubing and the shroud's back on there. So next thing we're gonna do, I guess a little time lapse, is get all this wrapped up. I'll show you guys how to do the gasket, and then we'll do like a time lapse putting everything back together. I'm still cautiously optimistic about this, and it's cool how it feeds it about this much straight in, which is nice. So I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's keep moving. I was a little confused how this guy is going to go on there, so I did check out the Vararam YouTube page, and they do have an install tutorial from like 12 or 13 years ago. But yeah, the gasket doesn't have to line up in the holes. It just has to be a good perimeter set around it. So that's what we're going to do. Again, this whole thing could be so much easier. They could be on version like 12 by now. This thing could be such an easy job. I'm like an hour and a half in, and why? It's taking forever. I want to get around the perimeter. Good. I feel like that's good. And this has a back adhesive to it. Okay. I feel like that's, as airtight as possible. And this guy's got a butt up right there. Okay, okay. So weird. I don't know if this is really like smart engineering or I don't know. We'll see. I could be blown away. Oh no, I guess I'll show you how to put this little guy on right here. The filter, it just goes right in. You gotta kind of stretch it to fit the whole thing in there. You want just foam around the edges, kind of goofy. And make sure your air little intake guys on your driver's side. Get one side. Damn, dude. All right, one more complicated than it should have been. I had to put something underneath this to hold it up like that, where I got one side in and came over here and stretched the hell out of it. Got it over there. So it looks like we're good to go now. This will rest on the shroud here once I get that back in. And then, yeah, shroud on, the little top cover for your radiator, and the bridge, we're done. All I've done is I slipped this shroud back up underneath, and make sure you put your sensors back in. There's one right there, and down there, I gotta plug that back in. That is your ambient air temperature if you're curious. Yeah, I just gotta do the 6 or 7 bolts underneath here. Yeah, these bolts down here real quick, and there's 6 of them. And then we're just gonna put that guy back on. It's nothing too exciting. And then I'll show you the plumbing. All right, honestly, the most time-consuming part so far was getting all these damn screws back in. So you gotta line them up. Oh, what a pain. Not hard, just tedious as all hell. And also, I recommend doing this on a lift. I don't know why I'm doing this, not lifting the car. I'm being lazy, but I have not been able to continue going. So I'm gonna keep going. So got my shroud back in, that's how it looks. Once it's all in, it's pretty damn sturdy. As far as my little air intake for my, my air system pump that I removed, I got some thick Gorilla tape and put over top of it. That way the old little plug can stay in the SLP. I'll probably sell that for cheap. So now we'll do a quick little time lapse getting everything buttoned up. All right, here it is wrapped up. Now, my only concern is I had the SLP Blackwing. I'm not sure, is this the original air bridge? I think it is. This sits about a 1/4 inch higher, so these don't quite fit over the little grommets over top. I don't know if that's an issue. The hood should still close, but if not, I'll take this little coupler off. I'll take a 1/4 inch off, and that should solve the issue. But it's on there good. This fucker's, it's snug now. It's not going nowhere. Make sure you plug your mask back in. Now, depending on which model you have, what kind of air setup you already had, you might need to reroute your mass airflow sensor. Mine was already there because that's the way the SLP was set up, so not a big deal. I know they make an air thing that complements this, another air bridge. I think it's a waste of money. This isn't, you know, pulling like 30 pounds of boost. It's fine. So there we are, that's done. Let me make sure the hood closes and we'll see if we can go for a ride tonight. All right, well, I'm ready to go for a ride. It's 1 in the morning. Just started thunderstorming. We got a good storm rolling in. Considering how this thing feeds air now, I'm not trying to get the brand new filter soaking wet. And if I get on it, I'll probably end up in a ditch. So I will do a follow-up video. What is today, Wednesday? Hopefully Saturday. I'll do a quick channel update, what I've got going on, and we'll do a ride in the C5 Z to show you guys the difference. But as far as the install, it's a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Skill level, it doesn't take much. Is it annoying? Yes. I did this without even jacking the car up. If you can do this on ramps or on a lift, anyone can do this. Yes, it's a little chintzy, but once it was in, it felt more solid. I'm a little concerned how airtight the filter, the white pipe, how it meets. So I really want to do this first when it's dry, with no debris on the road. I hope that makes sense. It did not hit the hood when I put it down, but I don't like how the grommets don't fit, so I might just take off a 1/4 inch anyways, call it a day. So yeah, there you go. Again, anyone can do this. Yes, it's a pain in the butt, but you can do it. But yeah, wait for the next video. That'll be my yes or no to buy the damn thing. But God, this car looks good. Damn, this car's sexy. Oh. All right, guys, feel free to ask questions. Again, if you have a Z06, it is gonna be different. I think it's easier, honestly, with the Z06. The screens stay in place. You have those 2 factory little like screw receptacles like molded into it, and you can just feel around and get some screws. Get some screws in there, and it'll go right in. So, and like I said, the hardest part for me was getting the air dam, the balance on top of the radiator lined up underneath. That was like an hour, but the whole job took me 3 hours all together. That's including the open boxing, all that stupid shit. So, all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'm crossing my fingers. There's a difference. I'll know in a couple days. All right, guys, take care. Mark out.